Bill O'Reilly here, Tuesday, October 5th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Facebook goes down for the longest social media outage in history. President Biden blaming Republicans for his failing agenda. Cases of COVID fall after the summer surge. TV ratings tank for Saturday Night Live. Also ahead, it's nearing the end for Nancy Pelosi. But first, Facebook lost more than $6 billion yesterday, while the network went offline for 7 hours. Shares plunged after a system-wide outage booted millions from the platform. The blackout comes 24 hours before a whistleblower is set to testify against the corporation before Congress. The insider claims Facebook uses its technology to promote misinformation, gin up fake news, and even damage the mental health of teenagers. President Biden blaming Republicans for his inability to get things accomplished in Congress. The president calling GOP legislators, quote, hypocritical, dangerous, and disgraceful, unquote. Mr. Biden visited the Capitol last week as Democrats split over his massive spending bills. The latest polling shows Mr. Biden's approval rating now at 43%, with 53% giving him a thumbs down. COVID cases falling all over the USA as the Delta variant subsides somewhat. New infections now stand at 100,000 a day, down from 180,000 1 month ago. The biggest drop taking place in the South and Midwest, two regions hit hard by Delta. In total, more than 700,000 Americans have perished from the disease. Despite the national decline, cases are still rising in Alaska, Maine, and the Dakotas. Ratings for this year's opening episode of Saturday Night Live plunging 35% compared to last year's opener. The show was watched by just 3.5 million viewers live time. SNL may be another example of cancel culture ruining late-night comedy. When Saturday Night Live debuted in October 1975, more than 10 million Americans tuned in to watch Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, and Gilda Radner. In a moment, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker, may be done. Right back with that. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Is it goodbye, Nancy Pelosi? At age 81, this could be her last stand as rumors of retirement swirl. Mrs. Pelosi is the 52nd Speaker of the House, having made history in 2007 when she was elected the first woman to serve in that position. She was born Nancy Patricia D'Alessandro in Baltimore on March 26, 1940. Her father, Thomas D'Alessandro, was a Democrat congressman from Maryland who later became the mayor of Baltimore. Nancy graduated from Trinity College in Washington, D.C. with a B.A. in political science. She moved to San Francisco in the 1970s, working for the Democratic National Committee there. In 1987, Nancy Pelosi was elected to the House, a paid position, But Nancy doesn't really need any money. Her net worth is estimated to be $120 million. Most of that accumulated by her venture capitalist and real estate tycoon husband, Paul Pelosi. The Pelosis own $20 million worth of real estate, including homes in San Francisco, Napa Valley, and D.C. Her San Francisco compound is valued at $10 million. The mansion is 4,000 square feet, has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and multiple fireplaces. But outside of her property, the Speaker's home district in San Francisco is a mess. It's California's 12th district, and prosecutors there dismiss 40% of all arrests. Drug overdoses there will top 1,000 this year, just in one district. Arson, up 50%. Burglary, up 55%. Car theft, up 30%. Murders, up 20% in Mrs. Pelosi's neighborhood. Mr. Rogers would not like that. In San Francisco itself, the average home price is $1.4 million. Median rent for a one-bedroom apartment, $4,000 a month. High real estate values and drug addiction have driven the biggest homeless crisis in America. More than 15,000 people sleep on the streets of San Francisco every night. That is 2% of the population. Speaker Pelosi remains silent about the misery right before her eyes. She lives behind a big wall, all the while cajoling Americans to give the federal government more power. Nancy Pelosi is feared in the House because she's vindictive. Vote against what she wants, and she'll cut off money, Democrat money, for you to run your reelection campaign. It looks like Nancy Pelosi might retire, as I said, next year. Let's hope so. She does not solve problems. She causes them. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. For more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. In a moment, something you might not know. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honoring America's heroes and their families with 200 mortgage-free homes this year. Amazing. In a moving tribute to the fallen, the foundation's chairman and CEO walked from the Pentagon to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, then on to Ground Zero, more than 500 miles through 6 states in 42 days. Thanks to your support, the foundation brought Towers of Light back to the Pentagon and Shanksville memorials in remembrance. And in a first for America, the foundation read aloud the names of those who lost their lives to 9/11 related illness. On Veterans Day, another first will arrive. The foundation is reading aloud the names of people lost in the war on terror. So please do some good and help America never forget. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T2T.org. Great cause. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. A century ago, the global life expectancy was 41 years old. Today, that number has risen to 72 for the average human being. A person's lifespan, of course, depends on many factors: genetics, health, personal choices. It also depends on where you are born. According to the World Economic Forum, folks in Japan stick around the longest. A healthy diet of fish and routine workouts mean residents in the land of the rising sun live until about 85 years old. Switzerland, next on the list. The country is routinely ranked as the most active in Europe. Studies show the Swiss suffer less anxiety and depression than their neighbors. Average life expectancy is 85 for women, 83 for men. A lot of walking around the Alps over there. In Iceland, folks can expect to live until they're about 82 years old. Scientists believe the cold weather might actually help longevity. Researchers at the University of Michigan say frigid temperatures trigger genetic responses that extend a person's life. All the way down at number 35 on the long life list, the United States of America. We are right between Lebanon and Cuba. The life expectancy for an average American male born today is 76. Women, 81. That figure for women was just 58 100 years ago. The shortest life expectancy on the planet can be found in Africa. The average person in Sierra Leone lives to the age of 48. AIDS and violence, the biggest factors there. And here's something else you might not know. Despite some setbacks from the COVID pandemic and the opioid crisis, life expectancy in the USA is expected to rise dramatically over the next few decades. Scientists are working on breakthrough treatments called life extension technologies that could push death back. By the 22nd century, hormone therapies, cancer cures, genetic testing, and artificial organs could keep the average American living to 150 years old. Well, I don't know about you, but I know some people that I don't think I can abide for 150 years, if you know what I mean. Back after this. Fellow Americans, Bill O'Reilly here. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed the state of our great nation has changed dramatically, and with it, the world's rock-solid confidence in the U.S. dollar. Thanks to our government's out-of-control spending, many believe we'll see dark days ahead for the dollar. That's why today millions of Americans are putting a portion of their savings in gold and silver. And with their sterling reputation, American Hartford Gold is the only company I am happy to put my name behind. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Call 877-444-GOLD-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. That's 877-444-GOLD-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.